Hi everyone, it's Lisa. Thank you for joining me today. In today's video, I'm going to be making a card with the EasterKid4TSOL stamp set. It is a Stamps of Life stamp set. It comes with this cute little Easter chick. It's like a little kid in an Easter chick costume. It's so adorable. And then it has some sentiments. Happy Easter. Let's hang with our peeps. You're a cute chick. Just hatched. Hey chickie. And oh, for peeps' sake. So I'm going to start out by just showing the coloring of the stamp itself, and I did stamp it onto some Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth cardstock, which is the cardstock that I use when I color with alcohol markers, and I am using my Copic markers. So the costume itself on the stamp set is going to be colored with some yellows, and I'm coloring with Y17. Basically just started out with the darkest yellow, which was my Y17, and just outlined where I thought that it should have some shadows. And then I came in with the next lightest color, which was Y15, and now into Y13, followed by Y11. So just kind of going in order from darkest on the outside all the way to the lightest color, which would be on the inside of that chick. I do go through the process again just to darken it up a little bit. I like to do that a lot when I'm coloring with Copic, just to give it a second coat, just to darken up the color. So I wanted to mention that this stamp, it's part of a set of stamps that the Stamps of Life came out with. And I previously did a video on the other set, and it was I think it was Easter Kids for HSN. It's for sale on the HSN website, and at the time of this video releasing, I'm not sure if there will be any left, but I will link the other set down below in the description box in case you want to take a look at that. But it's two other Easter Kids. One is in an egg costume, and I think one is in a bunny costume, but they're super cute, and I had previously made a shadow box card. It was a 5x7 shadow box card with that other set. And here's a quick picture of the shadow box card that I previously made. Both of these sets go together. If you wanted the entire set, you'd have to get the other two off of HSN's website. This one itself will be on the Stamps of Life website. So all of those links will be down in the description box below. So for the beak, I did use the colors YR12, YR14, and YR16. And then I'm just coloring up the face, and I will put also in the description box all of these Copic colors that I'm using, so just in case you have Copics and you want to duplicate this, you will be able to see the colors that I've used. So I'm going to also be using the Easter Egg Fold It. This Easter Egg Fold It was also for sale on HSN recently, so there should be some still there last time I checked, but I will link that below just so you can see. So I have the solid egg cut out of the white cardstock, the layering piece cut out of the candy, as well as the sunshine cardstock, and then I'm just going to layer on these pieces. I'm only making one egg, but because I want to get the layers for the little chevron lines and the dots, I did want to die cut it out of a couple different colors. So this color here is out of the Pixie cardstock. So I actually die cut it 3 times. So that top layering piece was die cut out of Pixie, Candy, which is the pink, and then Sunshine, which is the yellow. So when I die cut the candy egg, I did make sure I had double-sided adhesive on the back of that cardstock before running it through the die cut machine, and then I can just peel back those chevrons and then just stick them right in those spots where they go on the purple egg. And then I did the same thing for the yellow, just picking up those dots and then plugging them all in. And now I'm going to go ahead and start putting this card together, and I have 2 grass die cuts. I die cut those out of the Rounded Corner Step Up die set, has a grass die, and I die cut 2 of those out of the kiwi, and I'm just adding some kiwi ink to the edges of the grass just to add some more dimension. And then I wanted to make it look like the egg was cracked and like the little chick was hatched out of the egg. I thought that would be super cute. So I'm actually now just taking my little snip scissors and I'm cutting along the chevron on this egg. So I'm not cutting into the chevron, I'm just cutting the outline right above that second to the bottom chevron on that egg. And then it makes it look like it has, so you can see that both sides of that egg now have a chevron shape, and it's two separate pieces so that it will look like that egg was actually just cracked open. I thought that would be super cute, a super cute effect to add to this card. So then I'll be able to tuck this little chick right in here. But before I do that, I am going to just snip away some of the white area on this chick because I wanted to make sure that his arm or her arm actually extends in front of the egg. So if I snip away the inside of where the armpit is, I'll be able to make sure that those arms or hands are able to come in front of that egg. So I'm going to start placing everything where I want it to go. So I'm just going to put the chick there where I want it. Just that will give me a sense of where I need to glue the egg down and how far down that egg needs to go on the cardstock. So I go ahead and start with adding glue to the top portion and adhering that to that pattern paper. Now that pattern paper is measured 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm just adding the top part of the egg and pressing that down. And the bottom part of that egg is actually going to be extending off the bottom of that cardstock, which is not a big deal because the grass is going to be covering it. So I added glue to the bottom part of the egg as well as to the back of the chick, and I'm going to actually attach that chick to the bottom part of that egg first just to make sure I can get his arm there in place where exactly I want it to go. And once I attach it, then I'm going to attach the egg portion to that pattern paper. I will have to snip off that foot because it is extending beyond the edge of that egg. And then once I have it where I want it, I'm just going to go ahead and press everything down and then flip that over, and I'll be able to use my scissors and cut off the bottom of that egg. So once again, I'm not worried that the bottom part of that egg is cut off because you're not going to be able to see it once I add the grass. So I'm going to take both of those layers of grass. I'm going to add glue to the front of one of the pieces. Notice I'm not putting glue all the way to the top of that piece, just along the bottom and a little bit up the edges of the grass. And then I'm just going to layer that right on the other piece of grass. And then I'm going to add that to the card. So you can see I'm adding glue along the bottom, and now I'm going to go ahead and put glue along the entire back side of that grass. And then once I get that glue on that grass, I'm going to add it to my card layer. It will extend off the sides. Again, no big deal because I'll be able to just turn that over and snip off the edges. And then I'm going to bring in some flowers. These are some chipboard flowers. They came in a card kit at some point. I don't recall which one, but I thought they would work perfectly because they actually match all of the colors in the card. So I will go ahead and add glue to the back, add them to the grass, and then I stamped out just hatched, just on some white cardstock in some grape ink, and then I'm just inking up the edges in the sunshine ink just to add a little bit of color to the edges. And then I'm going to add that there to the front of the card. So I'm just going to put glue on the back, add it there, and I did just trim those sentiment pieces really close to the words because I didn't want to take away from the actual egg on the card and have too much cardstock showing around the sentiment. So I wanted to trim it as close as I could so that just the words showed on those sentiments, not too much cardstock. So I do add this to a piece of grape cardstock. It measures 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then that entire layer will be layered onto an A2 size card base, and it's just a white card base. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And that completes this card. So once again, I will have all the links to these products down below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more card making inspiration. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.